Hello, so today we are going to do this problem, find lucky integer in an array. So the problem says we have an array of integers, and the lucky integer is an integer which has a frequency in the array equal to its value. Okay, so we want to return a lucky integer in the array if there are multiple lucky integers. So we want to return one of these lucky integers, and if there are multiple lucky integers, we want to return the largest of them. If there is no lucky integer, we want to return -1. So let's see this here, for example, 2 occurs 2 times, so that's equal to it. So that's what we are looking for. So I think what we can do here is use kind of collections. So if I try something out here at the terminal, let's say counter. So let's say we have this array, right? So we could use counter. And if we do that, then we could have counter for array. And then we could just check, right? So we could just go through. So let's just see first how we can get these items, right? So we could probably do something like this, right? And then we could say key value, right? Maybe we could just print them for now just to see what we have. So if we just print okay, so that works. So we could just compare, right? So that would mean here we need the first occurrence we find, we just return that, right? So that should be pretty straightforward. Then we could do something like this and just go through them. And then from there we could say if k equal to v, we could just return v, and then that's pretty much it. Otherwise, if we don't find anything, we return -1. Yeah, I think it should be good. There's a problem with this here. I returned 1, but oh, because 1 occurred 1 time, yeah. Well, 1 is true, right? So because a lucky integer is a number which has a frequency in the array equals to its value, so 1 is technically true. Oh, okay, so it's because if there are multiple, we want to return the largest of them, right? So what that would mean, maybe we could just have the possible result or here and then initialize that with -1. And at this point, we could just pick the max. So that would be max of res and v. And then here we could just return res. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so that works. Let's see if there is another way to do this. So, well, we could definitely do this in like a list comprehension. So that should be pretty fast. So if we do something like here with we want to just return the max of basically v for kv in counter of array.items, right? And then we could say for if k equal to v, of course, and just say like this, right? Yep, we need to pass something. So basically max, for max, you can, if the list is empty, you could pass something that I think says, because if the list is empty, max is nothing, so we have a problem because it's an empty sequence. So we need to pass something. Let's see what are the options. We could pass a default, right? So if we say default equal to -1, we get that, right? So that's what we want to do here. So we want to say default equal to -1. Because let's say if we have an empty one, yeah, because when we have two values, we need to do something like this. Yeah, so it needs to have, so this one doesn't have a solution, so we should have -1. Okay, so it looks like it worked. Submit. Okay, so that passed it. Let's see if there are different ways of solving this. Here, this is similar to the count I used. Similar here too, except it's using the number of the boundaries here, because the boundaries say we have at most 500, right? And yeah, so we can get away with using 501. Yeah, seems like this is similar to my idea, except instead of using default, you could use something where you could say like this, and just in case that's empty, you could say or -1, right? That should work. What about if we had just two? Also work this case. So it didn't work, right? So I think the issue is basically what this all will accomplish is that if this is empty, we'll pass in the array with -1 value, and so you can see that is working here. Yeah, this is another option, like sort in a descending order and just go through the array. If the value is equal to the count of the occurrence of the number, then that's what we want, and then just keep increasing the count. Mm. Yeah, I think these are good enough solutions. Yeah, that's it for this problem. See you on the next one.